Hello, welcome back to season 6. I hope this season something good happens, a title or a Champions League or something. I want to bring you some success. As ever, Alex, I'm here. I'm going to bring you this episode today. It's going to be transfers, big transfers. So let's not mess around. Let's get straight into some of the deals that some of the deals we've got for you. Now, an interesting one, before you start thinking anything, and I do have a different skin, he's on loan. It's Dennis Geifer. So, I've been looking for a backup striker. A few sales here and there probably explain why I've done this. Oh, you can just see it already, can't you? If you know, you know. So Dennis Geifer, he's come in, he's played one game for Manchester United last season, got a 6.9 rating. That wasn't the basis that I've gone off though. I bought him whilst he was at Burnley. Well, he went to Burnley for 1.5 million from this Romanian side. And then we bought him for a stellar figure of 60 million. I just had loads of money in the bank. Didn't think I needed any more bigger players, which I didn't, inevitably. And yeah, 60 million, I thought, what a cracking player, and what a player he has been. He's gone to the La Liga, the La Liga 2, and he scored 15 goals. He then went to the Ligue 1 for St Etienne and scored 14 for them in 30 games. And now he's coming to us, and hopefully he can do the business. 1.5 million for the year, which isn't bad at all. Physically, absolutely insane. What a monster he is physically. And then technically, he's very, very gifted, like seriously gifted. 18 dribbling, 16 finishing, 17 penalty taking, 17 technique. Work rate could be a little better, but the 18 off the ball is something that I think I'll enjoy. So yeah, that is the first one in. Quite a big one, not a stellar one, he's only on loan. But yeah, let's get on to the next one and see. I'll show you who else we've brought in. That's worth mentioning anyway. Right, we've got a couple lads in on a free. I'll show you Talvin in a minute, and we've also got Doumbia, I can't remember, Idrissa Doumbia, that's the one. And a strange one, you're probably thinking, why have you brought him in? Jordan Henderson, 34 years of age, he's starting to decline, he's on £77,000 a week, but I needed a player that can play that defensive midfielder role. That's the reason I brought in Doumbia and Henderson. Doumbia for the games where I need a more physical player, I need someone who can tackle a lot better. But at the same time, as a deep line playmaker, Jordan Henderson's got 14 marking and 14 tackling, I think. And then, well, I know, but I think he will be a great player. But then mentally he's absolutely insane. Like, insane. He's had a good few seasons previously. He went to Wolves for 13.25 million and had a very good season for them, 4 assists. I'm not looking for him to be the assist maker because we have got more creative midfielders further forward. But I'm just looking for someone that's going to be consistently good, and over the last few seasons, his average rating you can't really argue with. It's going down slightly, but I feel he could be probably one of the players that's going to stand out. I'm going to have to blank the screen. I don't know why I just did that. I'm going to have to blank the screen out because now you can just see all the transfers. Anyway, moving on. Alban Lafont. So we've brought this player in. Bit of an interesting one, to be honest. 3 million. I think he's pretty good for 3 million. I mean, 16 aerial reach, 14 command of the area, 14 communication. He's not very eccentric at all. First touch, I'm not looking for a sweeper keeper. I don't really ideally want a sweeper keeper. I just want a main goalkeeper. Although he says he's a sweeper keeper, ideally he's going to be a goalkeeper, as you can see there. Handling's pretty much there, 14. One-on-ones, 15. Reflexes, 16. He rushes out a little bit, and throwing he's pretty good. So, and then physically he's very good. It's just his mentals lack. That's the only thing about Alban Lafont. His mentals do lack. He's had experience in this league before, obviously being at Fiorentina. He's played very well for Fiorentina in the past few years. And then went to France in the league and has conceded 45 in 35 games for FC Lorient, which I don't think is that bad. I don't think it's that bad at all. To have that sort of rating as a goalkeeper on average, he's incredibly good. Incredibly good. He went on loan to Nantes, did okay there. But yeah, that rating there is promising. It's promising. Next up, Moise Kean. I think you can see where we're going with this. A few a few players that have had a history in the Serie A. Yeah, he's come in. He's gone to Everton for 25 million. he's performed all right. I mean, I can't even say he's performed all right. He's played 18 games and got 4 goals for them. But then for 3.8 million, a player that could just be a backup, he's on 62 grand a week. It's hardly anything really. Technically, he's pretty good. Dribbling and first touch and finishing's good. Physically, he's a monster. Like, he's got to the point in his career where he's going to be at peak physicality. And also, mentally, I mean, off the ball's very good. His work rate's quite high, but then aggression, bravery and anticipation, that's what you want. And as well as that determination is what you want in those, like, big games, should I say. Those big games that you want to try and perform well. So Moise Kean is very welcome to come to the club. It only cost us, 3 million, as I said? So yeah, why not? Why not bring him in? I can see him doing pretty well in the cups and in the European games as well, and as well as that, a few smaller clubs as well. He's just going to be a very good striker for us. You can see he's doing quite well. Now then, I've missed out on another signing, but I'll show you the transfer history screen in a minute. But I want to do the main ones. I want to get through this quite quick because we have got a game to play today. Jorge Cuenca. Now, I don't know if he started at Barcelona. I believe he does. Yeah, he starts at Barcelona. Last year, he had a standout season on loan at Schalke, and then I've gone and bought him for 25 million. Now, physically, he looks really good. Pace-wise, he's got it all there. He's got the heading ability. He's a tall centre-back. He's a strong centre-back. Well, not very strong, but he's strong enough. And then mentally, where you want it, he's got very good mentals. Like, his top mentals up here, especially his anticipation, composure, concentration, and decisions, are all very good. Marking and tackling could be a little bit better, but as sort of like a starting... I mean, let's compare him to Manolas. I want to compare him to Manolas real quick. Manolas is a little bit of the better player, physically, I'd say, but Cuenca seems to just ellipse him a little bit more technically. So his heading's a lot better. I know his marking and tackling is not all there, but he's a bit better on the ball. He's just a bit all-round better technically. So that's what I want to see. He's not really... He's a bit better, saying that, he's a lot better pace-wise than Manolas at the moment, and jumping as well. So I just need someone that's got a good header. Oh, I keep going backwards. I need to stop that. Someone that's good at heading, and someone who's going to be probably stand out for our team, really. But yeah, that's Cuenca. He's come in 25 minutes. I mean, I can't really argue. We've got Harry Maguire and Cuenca as well as Koulibaly and Manolas now. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how we've done this. 95k a week, not too bad. And here we have it, my boy. We've been keeping an eye on him all of last season, near enough. I can't even begin to say how happy I am to bring this guy in. Amine Hamucci. Now, it is the final season I'll probably be at Napoli, because looking at it in the long term, I don't know if I'll win the Champions League with this side. Depends how much money they put into the club, but they don't really fund the club that much. The Barcelona job that I was offered was going to give me 300 million to bolster that side, that already packed side of like Pogba, Van der Beek, Messi. Obviously getting on a bit more now, but such a strong side that they're also giving me 300 million to get. I'd have literally just bought this man 45 million. I think this is going to be an unreal talent for us. Already 15 free kick taking, 15 first touch, 16 finishing, 17 dribbling, 14 heading, 15 passing. I mean, technically and mentally and physically, all round, just stellar. Bravery and aggression could be a bit better, but I mean, I can't really complain about it. I have said that he will be the free kick taker for the side, so I am just going to get him on free kicks up there. I'm going to train him actually as a complete forward, because he's just got the gift for being a complete forward here. Obviously, his long shots could be a little bit better, but they'll develop. Oh, I keep crashing back. I tell you what, it's a bad habit that for me. But yeah, this boy looks absolutely unreal. I've got a lot of 19-year-olds at the side now, and they say you can't win anything with kids, but I'm pretty sure he will prove that this season. He only scored 12 goals last year, so it's not as promising. He was at FC Nantes, though, who, as you can see, haven't really got that great a side at all. They are... Where did they finish last year in the Ligue 1? Let's just see. So last year, if we can get the league table. Can we get the league table up itself? I'll just have to move my recording capture thing out of the way. Last season they did finish 10th. Now I won't be surprised if that was because of Hamuche, because he is just absolutely unreal. I can't explain to you how good the man is. But yeah, he looks unreal already in. I keep going back. Already in pre-season, well, in the European Under-21s Championship, he's got 2 goals, 2 assists to his name, and I'm hoping to see him sort of progress even more over the next few weeks. So yeah, that's the side. I'll show. You've probably already paused the video and seen a few outs here. Alex Merritt has left the side, the club. 40 million. Now, a weird one before I get into the game is they didn't give us a big transfer budget. They gave me 13 million, which I wasn't a fan of. So I've done a bit of a clear out. Merritt's gone. I've brought in Lafont. If I compare Merritt to Lafont, the difference is a bit embarrassing, to say the least. Yeah, just Merritt's a lot better everywhere, especially mentally. But yeah, Merritt's gone. And they're not happy about it, but PSG wanted him. He wanted to go. I couldn't say no. I couldn't keep him at the side. But yeah, you know, he's gone. Saka's left the side. Got him in on a free few seasons. I think it was last season, if anything. Had a very good season for us last season. But then Tottenham came wanting for him. He wanted to go to Tottenham. And Tottenham have got themselves a very good player for 40 million. So, I mean, I needed the money. They're happy with how I've made £40 million profit on him. The owners are taking all the dosh. That's what's happening. Fabian has left the side. He was in his last year of his contract. A very good player for the side, I've got to admit. I'm not happy to see him go. But yeah, the dog's going mental. But yeah, he has gone. And I'm a bit sad to see him go, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Orsolini's left the side. Grondona's left the side. El Prodder, as you can see there, has left the side. Muru's left the side. And a few other key players, as the dog will not shut up. So, I'll come back to you when the dog's shut up, and we'll play that Inter Milan game, and we'll see how we perform as a side. So, here we have the side and the formation we'll be playing this season. As you can see, a bit of a different setup this season. We haven't got the wide players. So, all the formations I've made here do not include a wide player, but we still have a lot of the ball in the midfield, which I'm very happy about. I've given a bit of freedom to the midfield players to sort of go out to the wings, sort of do their own thing. So we'll see how we can perform in these games. So here we have it. Maguire actually can come in for Quenza there. He can play the ball. There we go. Maguire's had a very good start to the season. So here we have it. We are playing in net Lafont. Lafont has been very good for us so far this season. Sweeper keeper. He's been playing pretty well. He is the weakest part of as you can see, there's a clear divide. If I was to put a line here, put a line there, just above Jordan Henderson, you'd think this here is going to be, it's just not going to work. But I'm relying more or less on the class that's in the midfield and up front to get us through this season now. As you can see, we've really bolstered this attack here. Hamuche, who's an absolute machine, just to add, an absolute machine. Pinamonti, a player that's obviously been very good for us for the last two years. He's been insane. Lo Celso, we know he just does the business. He's very good. Lecoq, who'll probably play. In fact, I'm going to put Lecoq in there. He's the world star player that we need in there. Jordan Henderson. I mean, Arthur can play there, but not very well. This is the problem. I need to sort of develop Arthur to play in that sort of defensive midfielder position now and become a more accomplished player there, because I think I'd rather play Arthur there than Jordan Henderson, but Henderson is playing there regardless because he's had a very good start to the pre-season. Lecoq, wanted by the big sides in the world, so he might have to leave purely off the basis that he is wanted everywhere, but he's an unreal player. But yeah, I've got a good mix of midfield now just to play around with, and as you can see, probably look from again, disregard Jordan Henderson. That is a world-class front five. Got Kevin Stefan, the 19-year-old. That's unreal just all around. Arthur, we know Arthur, 28 years of age now. He brings the experience into the side. Lecoq, 19 still, but what a player he is. Hamuche, the 19-year-old as well, unreal. And then Pinamonti, the 25-year-old. Tell you what, guys, it's looking really good for us. So, we're going to get straight into this. The first game of the season, believe it or not, is against Inter Milan. So, a bit more of a defensive loadout. Lombardo coming in now. He's really progressed last season. A great player. And wanted by a lot of teams. Manchester United coming wanting for him. So, obviously something about him. Koulibaly, Maguire, Guga, Henderson, Arthur, Stefan Lecoq, Pinamonti and Hamuche all in this side. So, we'll advance forward to get Juventus and Lazio out of the way. We'll see how... I reckon Juventus is going to absolutely outdo Lazio at this point in time. Yes, they have. They've got Philippe Coutinho in there now. Morata and Dybala. What's their team saying? Morata, Coutinho, Dybala, Fekir, Emre Can, Cruz, Zinchenko, Rugani, De Ligt, Sergio Roberto, Szczesny. What a team that is. What a team. They're playing a bit more defensive as well. Cruz, obviously way past his best. Not very good physically, but mentally and technically, he's got the passing capability. So, Pochettino also at Juventus, which is a weird one. But yeah, Lazio getting outdone there. They've soddled a few of their players. But we do play Inter Milan. This is the main one now. Let's see how we can perform against these absolute giants. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a good season, this one. I've got a feeling. It depends. It's all depending on the defence. If Guga, Rodriguez, Lombardo, the fullbacks perform, I've got the ability to swap out the defenders. We just have to see how this goes. I'm going to be calm with it. Come on, lads, show me what you can do. I'm going to tell them I have faith in them as I do every season. The attackers are loving that. I'm telling the defence I have faith in them. So obviously something's going right there. But we start out the season and let's see how we can do. They are playing a very weird formation here in Milan. I know, and Dombele was very upset about not being able to leave. I know Parry as well, a player that, regardless of how good he is, he's just not good enough, should I say, as we have a highlight here straight away. Well, 20 minutes in, Henderson's on the edge of the box. He's not going to curl one in, is he? He's not. Lecoq on the ball, Henderson, as you can see here. This is what I want. We get the full-backs forward. We're a bit at risk in defence, but it just means that the creative midfielders have the outlets they need. And we're looking pretty good so far. I'm just going to apply. Lautaro Martinez on every save is scary, but on this one, he's not been too good. He hasn't been good at all. So we'll have to see how we can do here. Henderson, as you can see, dropping deeper, which is what I want. This is the formation, the main formation for this season will be this one. As Maguire near enough loses it out to Franco there. Lafont, can he find a pass? He can. Koulibaly, this is what I want. I don't want the goalkeeper playing. I'll probably get him to roll it out to the centre-backs because I don't want him doing anything with long balls, as we know it's his weakness. Henderson being that pivot, if anything, in the midfield, allowing Stefan, Arthur to get a bit forward and be the creative people that we want. And Pinamonti with the goal. This is against AC Milan. Inter Milan, remember. 23 minutes in, we're looking seriously strong. Stefan getting forward. As you can see, getting those wide areas. The two midfielders, Stefan and Arthur, are going to play a bit wider and push forward, whilst we have Pinamonti, Hamuche, and Lecoq and Lo Celso coming through that middle. This season is going to be incredibly good, I can already tell. Guga's starting with an injury, but, we sort of need his strength in that defence. And at the moment, the defence is looking very, very strong. Maguire, obviously, the force in the air, as well as Koulibaly, who's got the pace as well. But Lecoq's surging forward here. Can he get a goal to start his season off? He can't. Good save there by Kragner, who's in net for Inter Milan. Arthur with the ball in for the corner. Koulibaly can't get there. Pinamonti picks it up. Back out to Arthur. Is he offside? He's not. Guga, he finds Guga, who plays it to Stefan. And it's a decent shot on goal, and it's saved by Kragno again. We're doing pretty well. Sensi has been injured out there. I'm gonna demand more from the lads, but we are playing very, very well. Hamuche not having the greatest of starts, but what can you expect? It's his first game. He's sort of been thrown in at the deep end here, but Pinamonti doing the business for us. We're playing pretty well. Stats-wise, and something that I've learned as well, going cautious isn't a bad thing. Going cautious and defensive against bigger sides, the likes of this, who have I know their defence isn't very good. They suited more a 5 at the back, but as we say this actually, they do come forward. Hakimi and Ivanov Ivanov maybe a little less, but Hakimi especially suits a wing-back formation, getting forward, being able to run into the space without relying on his defensive duties. As they are playing it around in the midfield here, they find Ivanov, who is a very good, talented player. Lautaro Martinez, he's also very talented. Can he find a crossing? He can't. Politano picks up on this left-hand side now. Well, their right-hand side. Hakimi again and Ndombele. We're sitting quite well in this formation we're playing. Hakimi getting forward. Will he find a cross? He does to Martinez, and it's just wide. Oh, I think he did just enough there, Guga, to put him off. And Lautaro Martinez, in any other save, would have probably buried that one. But we are going to make the change now. Arthur's coming off. Lo Celso's coming on. We're going to take off Guga because we don't want to see him get injured. Mabasso, the player that's been out on loan for the previous season, not very good in defence, I've got to admit, but he's got the pace, he's got the mentals to sort of sort himself out. And I've got to keep on Haymanager because he's such an important player to us. But Stefan can come off. I'm going to bring on the man himself, Doumbia. Doumbia, just to have more strength in that midfield and make sure we can keep the ball and be a bit more physical, which is the idea of this year. We're doing pretty well. 1-0 away from home. I'll pretty much take against Inter Milan. I'm pretty happy with how it's going. I'm going to praise the lads. Hopefully that gets them fired up because they are playing very, very well. Lafont is doing all right in net so far as a crucial save. A crucial save has come through there. I don't know if it was the lack of finishing, but Lukaku and someone linking up in the middle there. And that is going to be the end of the game. We've kicked off the start of the season. A very strong side in Inter Milan. We've managed to keep them at bay. And we've done the business. We've done the business against them. I'm very happy with how that's gone. I mean, a win against Inter Milan is going to be serious for us this season. Henderson doing great for us. We have been set a goal of getting 9 points in the first 5 games. So 9 points out of these. Sassuolo are going to be the next team that we play against. They're looking all right. They've got Gomez that, I mean, I say they're looking all right. They're not looking as strong as they were last season in comparison to us. Verona, a side that struggled last season. Cagliari, a team we've come to a love and hate relationship with, and in Sampdoria as well. So I'm pretty much sure we can get 9 points out of these next few games. I shall bring you, well, I won't bring you that, but I'll show you what goes on in those few games. I'll see what the group stage is saying, and obviously, same as last year, we'll do 3 episodes throughout the group stage, and then we do each knockout round as we go along, just to see how things get on. So yes, I shall catch you in the next episode. I hope you are enjoying this, obviously. A big episode today. A good start to us as well, a very big start for us to get that 1-0 win against them, obviously. Not the greatest of starts for Haymanager, but I'm sure his form will pick up. So I shall catch you in the next episode. If you did, leave a like. If you did enjoy the video, if you did, I've gone to pot. I didn't follow my usual structure. So if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. There we go. Subscribe if you are new and enjoying this sort of content, and I shall catch you in the next episode. I promise you, this is going to be the best season we have at Napoli. But for now, ciao.